Great day, parents. We are gearing up and getting ready. We're polishing up and um, trying to perfect what we have learned thus far this year in fourth grade, getting ready for our end of grade test, and making sure our scholars know what to do. They know the process and the different ways that it will be presented to them for testing in math. So this is one of the problems from tonight's homework. And it says this model shows 3/12 is shaded. Which model shows an equivalent amount shaded? So how I tell the students to approach this is, of course, you want to identify this is 3/12 because we have 12 total pieces. 3, 6, 9, 12, and 3 are shaded. So 3/12 are shaded here. And now, before you try and solve anything, identify what each fraction is for each letter. So I know I have 3, 6, 9 shaded, and that's out of 15. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. Here, there are 6 shaded, and this is 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. Here we have 1 shaded, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is 1 out of 4, or 1/4. This is 3, 6, 9, 12 shaded. That's 12, 15, 18, 21. So now we want to know which model shows an equivalent. Where our students know equivalent, that is the same. That means same. It also means congruent. It also means equal. And they know all of this. So we're going to do the butterfly method. We have 3/12 and we have 9/15. Here, what is 15 times 3? 5 plus 1. 3 times 1 is 3 plus 1 is 4. So this here is 45. And this is exactly how they need to figure it out. Not just guessing, writing it down, working it out. We know our facts. 12 times 9 is 108. Are these numbers equal? No, because 45 is clearly not as big as 108. So we know A is not our answer. So we go to B. We have 3/12 and we have 6/21. So we know 6 times 12 is 72. Then we have 21 times 3, 63. Again, they are not the same, so we know that it is not B. So we come over here, we have 3 and 12. Well, we know 12 times 12 is 144. And we know 21 times 3 is 63. And these are not the same. Mark it out. So we're going to come to 1/4, and we have 3/12. 12. 3 times 4 is 12. Oh, we found our match. D is equivalent to the 3 and 3/12. Okay, so this is how they would solve that problem. This is all the work I should see on their paper when they turned it in, not just where they circled a letter. I need to see all of their work, all of their thinking, and it is even more crucial now that I see all their work so I can scale back to see, okay, where are you not getting it? At what point do we need to fix rather than just keep starting from scratch? I need to find where distinctly is your error so we can fix it and we can move on. So that's what tonight's homework will be about. Next here, we're going to look at number 2 from our homework from last night. Because I believe this is one of the most missed. A lot of the students, I'm regenerating questions. In other words, I'm changing the name, I'm changing the numbers, but they're still trying to do it how they remember it in class, and that's not so. So I need them to actually read it and figure it out. It says, Anais ran on Thursday and Saturday. She ran 6 2/10 kilometers on Thursday. She ran 6 600 kilometers on Saturday. How far did Anais run altogether? So now we're going to label. We're going to draw out what we're talking about. So we have, let me put it here, we have 6 2/10, and we have 6 and 6 over 100. How far did Anais run altogether? So we know what she did on Thursday, and we know what she did on Saturday. And so basically it's asking us altogether, it's asking for the total. Okay? So we're going to add this. But the first thing we have learned when we started fractions is you cannot add or subtract fractions if the bottom number, which is the denominator, is not the same. Okay? So what we have learned is the number that has the 10 times what will get us to 100? 10 times 10. So we're going to do times 10 here, and that gives us our 100. Whatever you do to the denominator, you must do the same to the numerator. So up here, if we did times 10 to this denominator, we have to do times 10 to this numerator. And 10 times 2 is 20. So 6 and 2/10 has been converted. That means changed. This is another EOG language they will see. Converted to 20 100ths. Excuse me, 6 and 20 100ths. Let's go ahead and move that over. Now we're going to add it. We know our denominator is 100 because we do not add denominators. It stays the same. The numerator is 20 plus 6 is 26. 6 plus 6 is 12. And that is our answer, 12 and 26 over 100. So make sure they are writing their work out. You should not look at their homework and they just have an answer circle. I need to see the how. How did you get that? Show your work. Another that was from homework that is that was missed a lot from last night's homework is this one. Brennan saw the shaded section on his paper. Okay? And with that shaded section, we want to find what is equivalent to it. Okay? So we have here initially, and let me work back. This is our error box that we start with. And we're going to do it into tens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 lines will give me 10 boxes. So we notice this is in hundreds. So now we're going to do 9 lines going horizontal. So I'm going to put 1 in the middle, split it in half. Then I'm going to do 4 lines up top, 4 at the bottom. That will give me 9 lines total. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so now we have 100 boxes. So just this one box, let me change colors. Just this one box now is worth 1 100. Okay, so this is 2 100, 3 100, 4 100, 5 100, 6 100, 7 100, 8 100, 9 100, 10 100, 11 100. So it's 1100. Okay, so it's 11 out of 100 boxes. It's 11 out of 100. This is how we would write it as a fraction. As a decimal, we're going to put a decimal and 2 lines. And because we put 2 lines, because we know the denominator is 100, and 100 has 2 zeros in it, so this lets me know it has to be 2 numbers past the decimal. So that will be 1100. And so the correct answer for this one would be C. So students, good luck on your homework on tonight. Parents, we have been going over the homework. We have been going over similar problems all week. We're going back and we're reviewing back fractions all this week because it's the most tested. And so we're starting with fractions. We're going to be doing that every week leading up to EOG. And then we're going to start on a new standard next week. But all this week, we're reintroducing the strategies and the different problems to do. And we're going to have a test on this Friday, which will be an accumulation of all the different homeworks that they've had, all of the classwork. Everything is flowing together. So it's nothing they hadn't seen. This is like their third or fourth time being taught this same thing and being exposed to this same material. So no material should be new. But what I do want on the paper, I want to see their work that shows me their thinking. And that way I can guide them on the right path if they do get on the wrong path and so forth. I love the students who come in, they have problems start. You know, me and my parents worked on this at home. We weren't quite sure what it was, and we go over them in class. So one or two or whatever, several you may see that your student is struggling with, feel free to put a circle on it, and I'll make sure that morning that we go over it so they have um, an understanding of it. I just don't want them to just don't know and it's just on a homework paper. We like to make it live in class, and we'll do it again, and then it'll magically show up again that next day on our fast break, our bell ringer in the mornings. So parents, please make sure every Monday through Thursday, all the way up until EOG, they will be having review pages. And I will continue to try and do videos on the ones I see consistently that students are missing as a whole in the grade levels. Several students, I'm pulling them in the morning before school even starts, and we're working on problems, working on some still need a little help with division, just different things we need, those gaps that I'm trying to fill in before testing. So I would appreciate, please make sure they're completing their homework. Right now, I would say we're maybe at 65%, and I want 100% homework being completed so I know how to better serve our scholars. And thank you for your time, and I'll see you tomorrow.